Hey, you got the widget guy. And who recognizes this bike? The old KLR. Look at that. So, anyway, yeah, I'm just going to make a little errand here today. I thought I'd make a little video with the errand. Yeah, I was on the KLR. I just got it going again last night. I've been slowly working on it. Not really in a hurry. But at one point, I was actually going to sell this. And, oh, if I hurry, stop talking, I can make it. Oh, too many gears. So at one point, I was actually going to sell this thing. I put it up with all the goodies on it, the Cogent rear shock, the DR650 cartridge forks, well, the drop-in cartridges, Cogent front forks, just all the good stuff. And then I had this many people respond. So I thought, well, the markets are surely down, which they are. So I think I'll just pull a bunch of parts off this thing, sell the bike, and then sell the parts separate. So I did that, and no one still wanted it. And the thing is, I was riding it to work about once a week, kind of alternating. At the time, it had about 3,500 miles on it. This is right now it's sitting at 4,500 miles for a Gen 1. Scratch that. Gen 1. KLR650. So it's been sitting in the garage. Sat in the garage while I was on San Diego. Well, on this in San Diego on the V-Strom, but while I was in South Dakota. And so it's just been sitting, and then I realized, you know, I just love my KLR. Nobody wants it. The newer KLRs have really come down to about $4,500. The Gen 2s are about, I don't know, anywhere from $25,000 to $3,000. So anyway, the moral of the story is that it got to where this, I would just be losing a ton of money and a good bike. So I thought, well, and I already had new tires and brakes and road. I mean, I had everything done to this thing. It's just like a brand new one. So I thought, let me just put the stuff back on it, and I think I may just start riding this to work, and just put the miles on this and run it into the ground. And plus, I've always liked riding it. So, and this year I would like to do more dirt than last year I did hardly any. So, and listen to this thing. But it's got the doohickey done. It's got the thermal bob up in here where it maintains the same cylinder top and bottom, cylinder temperature top and bottom, I should say. And it's doohickey, the thermal bob. It's got some other Kawasaki thing. But yeah, the motor's just gone through. Well, not gone through, but I got all the problem areas fixed. So anyway, the plan is now, oh, I put a water pump seal in it. That's what I did. Because while it was sitting there, the water pump seal went out, and it was I had an antifreeze coming out the weep hole. And you know, you guys know who are in your 60s, you know the problem with leaking out your weep hole. So anyway, I fixed that. I hope. It's kind of a test run. And so I fixed that because I'm smelling antifreeze right now. So, where's the temperature? Oh, that's good. So anyway, I have all the issues fixed on this thing, so I can't imagine anything going wrong, because those are all the Kawasaki problems. So I think I'm just going to ride it and just run it to the ground, you know, and just enjoy my time on the bike, because I've always liked this, even over the DR650. It's more of a bigger guy's bike, you know. I mean, I got leg room, I got a nice Sergeant seat on it. Comes with the 6-gallon gas tank. These lines on the windshield are where I'm going to trim it. I don't care for this windshield, and I got on the KLR site. No one wants to trade a stock window for it. So they suggested I cut it, and I thought, well, let's, cut it down to stock height. But what I did was I put a Tenere, the stock Tenere windshield, up on it, and that's what this marks are here. So at some point I will get my Dremel out and I'll follow these lines and trim these off, because it hits the throttle cables there, hits the mirror right there. So and I think that would kind of streamline it a little bit. Yeah, there's the green light. But yeah, I got the updated little hand assembly here, and I can have it on no lights, parking lights, or all lights. The flasher is now built in here, and for you guys who used to have a KLR, if I hit the turn signal, I can now do the self-canceling just like the new bikes. See, so yeah, it's just as trick as you can be, and I just love that silly thing. So instead of giving it away and taking a loss, I think I'll just start riding it to work, and alternate with this and maybe the T-Ray and V-Strom. But yeah, just make this my main work transportation. Put a little rack on the back. Well, it's got a rack. Put the little box on the back. I have an extra one of those. Yeah, I'm smelling antifreeze. Let's pull over, shall we? Let's see. My word. See, just like that. Push. That goes out. Just like the new bikes. It may just be I spilled antifreeze, but yeah, let me take a peek. I know it was full. Yeah, maybe it's just what I spilled, what went on the motor. If I saw a car wash today, I was actually going to wash it. But hey, why don't they just do a walk around? Yeah, I pulled the LED lights out and put a new one in, so this one's actually out of the V-Strom 650. So, but anyway, it's got the LED lights back on it. You can see here where the new cut's going to be. I held the Tenere windscreen up against here and drew a line. So we're going to cut that. I had different I just put it back the way it was. And last night I fixed the flat, and then the fork seals were leaking, so I put new fork seals and stuff in, and I put the Cogent drop-ins and heavier springs in because I had pulled those out. But yeah, it's got a skid plate, power bomb, it's got the Lex muffler, it's got a new wave brake rotor, it's got new rear brake pads, Tuss foot pegs. I mean, this thing is just, it's got the little flashing brake light. It says VW KLR. New chain, new sprockets, 16-2 sprockets. Got the, what do they call that? It's the nut that tightens. You don't have the, what do they call that thing? Anyway, it's got the special nut from Eagle Mike on it. It's got the Rapture fuel valve, so it's not vacuum anymore. It's got a brand new battery. Yeah, Sergeant seat. I just can't see selling this thing if I'm not going to get any kind of money for it. And it literally sat for 4 or 5 months with this new battery in it, and I didn't think it would start, and all I did was put the gas on it. I hit the choke and it fired right up. So the other thing I had done is I'd put the stock 7/8 bars back on. And so I went ahead and put the big bar mounts, and then I put the same bars I had on before, these Tusk fatty chubby bars. So anyway, that's it. Yeah, I'm just out running the errand today, but yeah, I can't see selling it. I had pulled these off to sell it. I put those back on. So yeah, I was just kind of getting it back to where it was. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy the silly thing because there is zero market for them. I mean, if I wanted a quick $2,000, yeah, I could sell it, get that. But right, yeah, the market's just collapsing on motorcycles, boats, RVs, everything. So yeah, I have the Eagle Mike kit in it with the KLX needle and the improved jetting, and yeah, this thing's got all kinds of trick parts. And it fires right up and runs good. So it's not as fast as a DR650, but this thing also, like I said, it's bigger. And I put these guards back on it. And from Tusk, I like these. Same ones I had on my V-Strom 650 and my other KLR 650. So anyway, I figure I'm just going to ride this thing and yeah, let it earn its keep and park the big twins riding to work and stuff, because it's just me going to work, and this gets good mileage. You know, I'll get 50 miles to the gallon with this, and it'll run 70, 75 all day with 16 too. Anyway, but where am I going now, you might ask? Well, I went and had my knee drained last week, and that was all good. They took out 70 cc's, or 70 milliliters, that's what it was, of fluid out of this knee. I had trouble with this knee last summer and even all the way into the South Dakota trip. So anyway, I had my knee drained. Talked about I need a knee replacement. Maybe not. But anyway, I left my Glacier Park Glacier Park, Montana hat there, because I got home and the girl called and says, "Hey, this is Dr. So-and-so. Did you leave a hat at our office?" And I thought about it for half a second, and I go, "Does it say Glacier Park, Montana?" She says, "Yes." I said, "I sure did." And she said, "We'll hold it for you." Oops, I thought it was there already. Dang. I didn't pass it, did I? I did pass it. I was talking, because yeah, it goes Bell Road and then Deer Valley. Oh my goodness, I passed. I was going, boy, I don't remember it being this far out. It should be on Thunderbird. Anyway, I passed it. So anyway, the story is, back to my story. So anyway, I said, yeah, hold it and I'll come in and get it. And that was probably last Thursday. And today's Wednesday. So anyway, I thought, well, I replaced the fork fluid. Hey, can I go this way? Sure. So I replaced the fork fluid, put back in the heavier springs, and dropped the cartridges, fixed the flat last night, and I thought I need to do a test run. So I thought I'll just ride up and pick up my hat and talk to you guys, maybe do a video on this silly subject. And yeah, here we are. I don't even know how much gas I got, come to think of it. Well, I got reserve, so I think I got pretty much full tank. All right. Well, I'll have you stay with me just to make sure I don't pass up the place anymore. You know, I was chit-chatting and I saw Greenway Road, because it goes, I need to go on Thunderbird, but from my house it goes Thunderbird, Greenway, Bell. Well, we just did a UE at Bell, so we need to go Greenway. That's where I pulled over and checked for my coolant, and then so we're 2 miles away. But yeah, this thing just runs so good. It always has. And yeah, with new water pump seal, thermal bob, and the doohickey, this thing should outlive the cockroaches. I mean, it's trick as can be. You would imagine how much difference the handling of this bike is with the DR650 43 millimeter forks are compared to the 38 millimeters. Excuse me. And the DR650 has a twin piston front brake and a bigger brake rotor, where the KLR came with a single piston front brake and a smaller brake rotor. So all right, let's take this. I think this will get us there. Yep. I believe so. Here we go. Yeah, and it's just a big man's bike. Like I said, I've always been really comfortable on this. I mean, I've had a couple KLRs, and I've ridden them over almost all corners of Arizona. I had one like this I rode into see Joe listen up, not down guy into California. Excuse me. So, yeah, I mean, and I just kept it at 70, 75, just trucking down the highway. Yeah, we turned it this light up here, and see, now we're in Peoria. Peoria welcomes you, and you, everyone who's here. Let's see if I can find it without my phone. Usually I have to put in my phone, but I've been here enough times to where I'm hoping I see something I recognize. And yeah, I mean, it's not $1 million hat. The only reason I bought the hat was I got up to Montana. I flew up there and I picked up a bike. I think that was Monty and V-Strom 1000. And I got up there and I realized I hadn't packed a hat. And so I go, well, my bald head, man, I need a hat. So I went to the gift shop and bought one. Surgeon Center. I think it's this one. It's this one. Let's see. Desert Spine and Sports Physicians. That's me. All right. Can we park up front or park in the back here? What do you say? We can park right there. We can park right there. Well, I'm going to park right here. You know why? Because I parked there last time. I'm kind of a creature of habit. Yeah, listen to this thing. We're not weeping out the weep hole, are we? No, not at all. I tried something different on my last bike that looked just like this. I sold it. The one you probably think this one is. But I pulled the whole clutch cover off to replace the water pump seal because it was leaking. And this one, there was a YouTube video where the guy showed you how to do like a roadside repair water pump seal. So I thought, well, let me try it so I don't have to pull that silly clutch cover. And yeah, it did good. But yeah, isn't this thing clean? I mean, look at the spokes. They're like brand new. Tuss Wave brake rotor, brand new brake shoes. Original plastic. It's got a few little scrapes here. And then these tires, someone was selling brand new KLR takeoff tires for $75. Well, I got both of them for $50, and they were brand new. Still had the nubs on them. Only had 300 miles on them. Yeah, and then like I said, I put the big bar clamps. I had these on prior. With the DR650 triple clamps, you now gain rubber handlebar mounts, which are nice as far as reducing the vibration. But anyway, and then I think it'll look pretty good once I have this much trimmed off. I'll just do that sometime, no hurry. But anyway, yeah, let's go get my hat. This is the end of my video, guys. I'm not going to do anyone coming back. But yeah, just rebirth of the KLR in the widget world. And I'm glad to have it back. Widget guy out. Thanks for riding along with me. And yeah, it looks like I'll be back on the KLR for a while, along with the V-Strom and the new to me white Tenere with the tubeless. Widget guy out.